Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another Facebook Live with Sweet Paper Studios. My name is Lisa Hardy and I am the maker behind this page. I am very excited to have you here with me today because I did miss last week. I just, I don't even remember why. Oh yes, I actually do. I was just had 3 events that I was finishing prepping for and I was just running out of time. So that's why I missed last week. So I'm just going to check to make sure that we're up and running. If you are here, please say hello. I like to chat with everyone as I'm crafting live. It's always fun to interact with everyone watching. So I'm actually going to, it looks like we're up and running here. So let me know. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. And I'm going to just give this video a quick share on my page, and I'm going to give that, let Facebook build my audience. Hi, Sue. Thank you so much again for your card. Super sweet, totally made my day. Okay, so let me share this. I'm kind of working one-handed here. Still having issues with that software that I was using before, so hopefully we're okay. I keep getting an error message on my my Facebook, so hopefully I'm still coming through. I think so, because I am seeing comments. Maybe my Facebook is just being really finicky on my laptop. I have a couple things I just wanted to chat with you. Hi, Alice. Just before we start crafting, now I only have 1 card for you tonight, but you'll see why. But I just wanted to say that there's only a few days left to sign up for my card club. So that is a monthly subscription, or you can just join for the month if you don't want to commit. But you can, if you're in Canada, it ships anywhere in Canada. You can go to sweetpaperstudios.com/card club. And early bird registration is now on for my first in-person retreat that I've been able to have in a year. My in-person retreat will be October 16th. And I'm hoping with Ontario opening back up and, we're able to gather once again. So I'm really hoping that we don't go in any further lockdowns, but it is going to be in person. I'm very excited. I did one last October in person and I just can't wait. I am offering an online option as well in case you're not local to Hamilton. So you could choose either or, but I'm so excited. But for tonight, it is Christmas in July. I am going to be using the Tidings of Christmas stamp sets, and I can't wait to make this with you. It's so pretty. So if you haven't already, go ahead and share this video. You'll be able to win the card that I'm making tonight. Last week's winner is, where did the paper go? Chris McCloskey. Hopefully I'm not butchering her name. She shared it from a couple weeks ago, and since I didn't do my Facebook Live last week, she's the winner and will win the cards that I made during my Facebook Live 2 weeks ago. So you can, Chris, if you're watching tonight or if you're watching the replay, send me a message and send me your address and I will get those in the mail to you this week. Okay, without further ado, I am going to flip over this camera and we will get started. I am just so excited for this card. So I'm going to get you in my holder here. There we go. I'm just going to move that over. Hi, Mary Ellen. And I'm just going to make sure that we're nice and straight. And I think that's good. And I'll adjust my lighting. So I am very excited because we're going to be using this suite today. And let me actually zoom back out, see if it will let me zoom back out for a minute. Yep. And I thought I would do Christmas in July because for those of you who don't know, demonstrators actually are in the midst of putting in pre-orders for the new catalog that is coming in August 1st. And I will show you what that looks like. This is our July to December mini catalog. Now there was a delay due to COVID and the shipping, so this will be available to customers on August 3rd. So unfortunately I can't show you the inside, but let me tell you, the Christmas stuff and the fall stuff and even some Halloween stuff, oh, it's just amazing as always. So I am actually waiting on my new items. I've already placed my order and I'm waiting for my catalogs to arrive. So I'm hoping to actually next week, because my order should be here on Monday, hoping next week I can continue with the Christmas in July theme and use some brand new products. And I'm also going to try to do an unboxing so you can see some of the amazing stamp sets and embellishments. And let me tell you, the paper that is in this new catalog is stunning. You don't want to miss it. So stay tuned for that. I am a little behind on getting my annual catalogs out, but if you would like this catalog as well, you can send me a message and I will get you on my list, and I can send you both, or I can just send you this one. But you're definitely going to want to get that in your hands. But this one, this suite, this Tidings of Christmas suite, is actually from the current annual catalog. It's on pages 88 and 89. And this suite is just gorgeous. So you have this bundle, the Tidings and Trimmings bundle. It comes with the stamp set and the die. And I'll just show you those here. So that's this stamp set right here. Really beautiful mixture of images, and then you've got some really great sentiments here as well. Hi Laura. And then you've got some coordinating dies here, so we're going to use some of these tonight, but really super pretty bundle. And then of course this suite also comes with a spool of ribbon. So this comes with the Evening Evergreen Chevron Weave ribbon. Hi Pam. And that's this here. I don't know if this video is going to do this ribbon justice, but it is just gorgeous ribbon in person. You've got the chevron in there, and Evening Evergreen is such a stunning color, and that's the one that we're going to be using tonight. It's beautiful ribbon. And then to round out this bundle, we have the Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper pack. Look at this paper. It is so beautiful. It is a 6x6 Designer Series paper pack. I believe it comes with 48 sheets. So you've got multiple double-sided designs here, and then you've got some beautiful coordinating colors like Cherry Cobbler, Evening Evergreen. You've even got some Misty Moonlight in there, some Sahara Sand, and that's Soft Succulent. So really gorgeous paper. So we're going to use everything tonight with the exception of the ribbon. I brought in some other embellishments with the card for tonight, but I am just super excited. Thanks for sharing, Sue. And yes, the Christmas paper in the annual catalog is so pretty, and the new mini catalog is pretty too. But this paper is such a classic Christmas paper. Like, I just love it. So I'm not going to show you what the paper or what the card looks like because I want it to be a surprise at the end. I am very pleased with how it turned out. I just designed it within the last hour because I wasn't sure what I was going to do tonight, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. So we are going to start with an Evening Evergreen base, and I will have all of the details on my blog. I'm hoping to get this on the blog tonight and posted tomorrow. All the measurements for this card will be there. You can find that at sweetpaperstudios.com/blog. And let me just zoom, see if it will let me zoom in a little bit more. There you go. Thanks, Mary Ellen. Yeah, I just like to showcase it. It helps to actually see everything together, right? Okay, so we're actually starting with a piece of Evening Evergreen. This is 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And then I have a piece of basic white for the inside of the card. And then I'm taking a strip of that Designer Series paper. It is 5 1/2 by 1 1/2 inches. And then I'm also bringing in a strip of our gold foil paper. This is in the annual catalog as well. Let me just, it's easy to miss, so I just want to quickly point out the the page. So let me just go back in and just point that out for you, because it, as I said, it's pretty easy to miss some of these specialty papers. And you'll find that on page 135. So here we've got the copper and foil, copper and gold foil sheets, and we've also got that rainbow glimmer paper, some gold and rose gold, metallic paper, and some, you know, some of the ombre paper and the in color vellum. So you'll find that on page 135. Hi, Donna. Hi, Roz. Okay, so let me put that catalog down. So a strip of gold foil, and look at how beautiful the gold goes with the evening evergreen. Is that not so pretty? And then I've used the layering circle dies to just pre-cut a circle, and this is about a 2.5 inch circle, maybe a 2 1/4 inch circle. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit more die cutting with some of that beautiful paper. So we're going to use 2 designs. Of course, you can mix and match however you see fit, but no, that's what I love about paper. You can just make it your own. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to fold my card base in half. And I'm just going to use my bone folder. Actually, that's not a very good fold for me, is it? I need to bring it closer to me, that's why. This is giving me, it's already folded, so it's going to be tricky to, oh my goodness, what is happening? All right, I'm going to actually get a different piece of paper, and I'll just recut. It's live crafting, right? So I'm just going to cut this at 4 1/4 inch, and I'm going to bring the paper closer to me this time. That is why I have my paper trimmer very handy. All right, just making sure that lines up. There we go. That's a lot better. I could still use the other piece. Okay, so I'm just going to get the inside piece out of the way. I always like to get that out of the way first. This measures 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and that gives me that nice sort of colored border around. So this will create the space that we need to write our messages. So I'm just going to put that in there real quick. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit of layering. So this gold foil piece is going to sit just behind our strip of designer series paper, and we just want a little peek of that gold foil to come through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some adhesive on the outside of this designer series paper, and then I'm just going to gently put it on there. Now you want about 1/8 of an inch to peek out. Okay, so I'm just going to try to line this up as evenly as possible, and just give that a nice press. See how you're just getting that peak of gold foil at the side. And this is going to go right on our evening evergreen card base, about 1/2 inch from the side. So I'm just using my seal for this. And I want to make sure that is in line at the top, and making sure that I put this on as straight as possible. That looks good. If you have any extra on the bottom, you can go ahead and trim that off. So I'm just going to use my paper snips and just trim that edge. Okay, so you're going to end up with something like that. And then we're going to do a little bit, you know what, we didn't want to put that on quite yet, but that's okay. We're going to do a little bit of stamping. And we're going to take our basic white circle, and we're going to bring out our evening evergreen ink. And I'm going to use the sentiment, let me get it here. May your days be merry and bright. I think that's just a nice, simple sentiment. And we're just going to stamp that at the top here. I'm gonna have to stand up to make sure that we're straight. That looks good. So just like that. And I love the mixed font there. Okay, and then we're gonna keep our ink out because I am going to bring out my sponge dauber, and we're just going to add some color around the edges here. So I'm gonna go all the way around. I want to create that bit of a shadow. It will help the sentiment peek out. And because we're putting this against the evening evergreen, it's just gonna help it pop a little bit. Yes, Janet, it is. It's a very pretty set. All right, so I'm just gonna continue to go around. I try to make this as even as possible, so if I need to adjust and go around to get it to where, you know, I would like it, then I will keep going. But I think for the purpose of the video, just to help speed it up, I'm gonna leave it just like that. But you can see how that just helps it, that sentiment pop a bit. All right. Might actually see if I could take this layer off real quick because I don't want it on yet. And we can. Okay, so I did peel off my layer. I'm not too concerned about the cardstock being a little bit ripped because guess what? We're gonna cover it right back up. Stamp & Seal is not as forgiving as our snail adhesive was, right? So I'm okay with that. Okay, so next I'm just going to move these out of the way and we're gonna actually do a little bit of die cutting. So we're actually going to take 2 of the outlined stars. So what I love about this is that they include 2 different sizes of, actually 3 different sizes of stars, but we're going to use the bigger one and the medium sized one, and then you've got this small one here. But they also give you these detailed stars, and then you can, you know, use foil or another color of cardstock to add that detail, extra detail. So just to show you an example, I pre-cut, I used this outline here with the gold foil, and then you're going to end up with something like that. Like, how pretty is that? Super, super pretty. I love it. I'm not using it this time, but I wanted to just, you know, cut it out to show you what that looks like. And it's just, it's really pretty. And that would look really nice in silver as well. Okay, so we're going to use the 2 outlines, and we are going to use our designer series paper. And so I am going to bring over my Stampin' and Cut and Emboss machine. And I'm going to cut these out at the same time. So I'm going to use this design here for the bigger one, and then I'm going to use this design here for the smaller one. You can see I've already used these already. So I'm going to do that, and I'll just put that there, and then I'll just run this through. Apologize if my camera gets a little bit shaky, but we're just going to put that through. And then we'll end up with these 2 pretty designer series paper stars. Hi, Lisa. Isn't that so cute? All right, so I'm just going to move these dies out of the way so I don't lose them. I've actually lost dies on numerous occasions because I just don't put them away after, so I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that. Okay, so then we're going to take our card base and we're actually going to do a little bit of heat embossing. So we are going to take the 2 smaller stars, the stamps, and use those and emboss them in the gold embossing powder. So I do have my old embossing buddy. Stampin' Up! Unfortunately doesn't sell this anymore, but that you can get this sometimes at the dollar store and sometimes at your local craft store. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub it on top of my card fronts just to get rid of any of that static. And then this is where you kind of have to sort of play around with your layout a little bit. So I'm just gently going to sit that on the card front, and then, oh, Roz, are you in Florida? Oh, you are in Florida. Oh, I hope you're staying safe. I have relatives in Florida, but I don't think they're, actually I'm not even sure if they're going to be affected. I assume so. Okay, so you're going to have to play around with your layout a little bit. So this is kind of going to give you an idea of where I'm going with this, but we want to add some of detail in the back of this paper, so that's where the gold embossing is going to come in. So for this, you're going to need your Versamark ink pad, and then I kind of want the stars to come out this side and sort of out this side. So I'm going to start with, there's a star outline and then there's a full star image. So I'm going to start with my outline and just give that a little inking, and then I'm going to just slightly move this out of the way and then have that sort of peek out a little bit from the circle. So you can, again, move things around to where they're going to be and then stamp the images sort of where you would like to see them. Okay, so I've done 3 outlines, and then I'm going to come in with the full stamped image, the full star, and kind of just go in between a little bit. And I realize it may be hard to see right now because Versamark is clear, but we're going to emboss it, so it's going to be okay. So I'm going to lift this back up, and we're going to do one side at a time. So I'm not sure if you could see that. You might be able to see that. You could see the dark outline there. And so we're going to bring over the gold embossing powder. And I have my little measuring spoon here that I use, and we're just going to dust the embossing powder over those stars. And I like to give it a little flick. And then that's kind of what it's going to look like. It's kind of hard to see. So I'm going to actually, it might be a little bit loud. So if it gets too loud, I'm just going to ask you to turn down your volume. I do want to show you the embossing powder in action in case someone is new to it. So just, I'm going to start now. If you need to, just turn your volume down if it's too loud. And I do use it on my highest heat setting. And this is the heat tool from Stampin' Up! But you can see it's starting to change. You might be able to see it changing, working its magic. There you go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing for a little extra detail near the bottom. So I'm just going to hover this over just ever so slightly just to get positioning. And I'm going to put this back for positioning. But you see how those are just peeking out, and it just adds that extra detail there. Okay, and then I'm going to do that, and then we're going to do the same thing but over here. So I'm going to start with that outline once again, that outline star, and I'm going to move that out of the way and just put that there. And then I want some peeking out from this one part here. Okay, so again, I've done 3 outline stars, and then I'm coming in with this little solid one. And I'm kind of just going to go beside them a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to move those. So again, you can play around with your positioning. And I will bring back out the embossing powder and just dust that over. And if I have some powder that I don't want, I'll either just use my fingers or bring back over the embossing buddy, but just carefully. Okay, so I am going to turn back on the heat tool. So again, if it gets too loud, just turn down your volume. There you go, you can see that starting to work. There you go. So you've got your gold detail there. So if you're just joining, this will not make any sense to you. It will not look like anything, but I promise you this card is so gorgeous. Okay, so once you have your stars in place and you're happy, I think I'm just going to leave it. And I'm going to add some more adhesive to the back of this and then put it back on my card. So I'm going to put it in that same position. About a ½ inch from the side, making sure that it's lined up. There we go. And then you might need to play around with your card base because the heat will possibly warp your page a little bit, but usually I find it settles after time. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay, so then we're going to put on our sentiment piece, and we're just adhering that with our Stampin' Seal. Now, if you are watching, please say hello. Let me know where you're from. Don't forget to share this video, and you could win the card that I'm making. Thanks, Pam. Okay, so this is going to go just right about there. It's about just over ½ inch from the top. You could go a little bit lower. And then you still want some of that designer series paper to peek through the side on the right. So I'm just going to make sure that is straight. I think that's good. I'm just going to give that a press. And then we're going to adhere our star. So for the largest star, we're going to grab our Stampin' Dimensionals. And I want to make sure this is nice and sturdy, so I'm going to put a dimensional in each of the corners and then one in the center. Hi, Phyllis from Utah. Very nice. Thank you for watching. Okay, and then I'm going to just put this sort of on an angle just under the sentiment. I'm going to give that a nice press. Okay, and then we're going to also put down our other star, and it's going to sort of sit over top but also hang over off to the side. So for these points that are hanging off to the side, you want to make sure that that is supported with some dimensionals. So those 3 will have a dimensional, and I'm just using a mini for that one. Hi, Cindy. Oh, it's raining. It's been so hot here in Hamilton. Oh, it's been super, super hot. I would welcome the rain. We did have a bit of a storm come through last night though. Okay, so I am using adhesive on the other side, and that is going to, actually let me make sure that I lined it up correctly. That's just going to sit right about there. Isn't that looking so good already? Okay, but we're just going to finish it off with a few embellishments. First embellishment is going to be the gilded gems. That is these beautiful gems right here. I love the shine. It adds some nice bling. And we're going to adhere 3 of these. So I'm going to put them 2 over here near the little star. And doesn't those peaks of gold embossing stars just look so nice? Sort of coming up and out. That's so pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to put another gilded gem up here with the stars. And then to finish off this card, I'm actually going to bring out, where are they? The Simply Elegant trim. So this is also in the annual catalog. So all of these products are in the annual catalog. And I'm going to use the gold. So this is a pack of 2. It comes with silver and gold, and we're going to use the gold. So we're going to take 2 pieces, I think 8-inch pieces are good, or you can just kind of wing it, just like I am. And we're going to tie a double bow with this. So I'm just going to cut that. And just a tip, you know, these come like rounded, they can all get bunched up, and it could be difficult to tie a bow with the ribbon. So what I like to do, you can see it's curled, I just like to use my thumb and my pointer finger and just sort of just running down my fingernail, my thumbnail, to straighten it out. And that kind of helps you get rid of that curl, where you can then create a bow and it's not all over the place and that kind of thing. So just a little tip if you're trying to get your twine or your ribbon workable. That's just a little tip. Okay, so I am going to, thanks Pat, to tie a bow with these. And I'm going to adjust. And I think I'm happy with that. And then we're going to just adhere this with a mini glue dot. So I'm just going to fold one in half, sort of put it in behind, in the middle. And we're going to adhere that right in this corner here of the smaller star. Just added bling. And then we're just going to trim these ends a little bit. Now for this card, I don't usually like the ribbon pieces to be so long, but I actually think it really works with this card. And you can, again, just kind of adjust the ribbon with your fingers to sort of, if you want to curl it a little bit. But I actually think it works when these are longer because you've got the mix of gold and the evening evergreen. I just think it's so pretty. And that finishes off our card. What do you guys think of that? It's so, I just love it. And this is my first time using this stamp set too. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. All right. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Sue. Absolutely. You guys, case away, okay? Thank you for those hearts. I love to see that. Let me just zoom in a little bit and then give you a closer look at that. Thanks, Cindy. Oh my goodness. I just think it's so pretty. So thanks, Donna. Thanks, Mary Ellen. So I will have all of the card details and measurements on my blog tomorrow. I'm going to work on that after this video. And then don't forget that you can, thanks Janice. Yes, definitely. Don't forget that you can sign up for the early bird registration for my Christmas retreat happening in October. We're going to use brand new Stampin' Up! Products, and it's going to feature the new detailed deer. You're going to be able to see a sneak peek of that on Tuesday, hopefully, once I get my new order. So early bird registration is happening now. So if you're local to Hamilton, Ontario, you can attend in person. And if you're not, you can get the online version, and I will ship the retreat right to your door. You'll get everything that all my in-person attendees get: the make and takes, the pillow gifts, the prize patrol, everything except for the food. All right, so just one last peek of this. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you're still watching on Facebook, you can head over to my YouTube channel, Sweet Paper Studios, to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget that the Designer Series paper sale is happening right now. And the awesome thing about that is that this paper is on sale as well. It's under $14 for the whole pack. If you place an order this month, it is my birthday month in July. If you place an order of $60 or more before taxes and shipping, you'll receive a free birthday gift from me, in which will be Stampin' Up! Products. All right, so I'm going to end it there. Thank you, Sue. I will be back next Tuesday with brand new products, and I will continue with the Christmas in July theme. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you next week. Bye.